What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GameFreak. Today I have a little update, but I'm going to backtrack some here, backpedal. About 9 months ago, I bought an item, and I bought it for two reasons. And one was review purposes, because I was just starting my channel. I mean, it was a relatively new channel. And the other reason was I've made a few videos prior to that saying how resellers were ripping people off and, these reseller stores, I guess, if you want to call them that, like online shops like DK Oldies and everything, how they just rip people off on, for instance, the original NES. You can go on their site and you'll find things, or you'll find NES systems for like $300. And I've always said from the get-go, as much as I love Nintendo, I have tons of different consoles. I love them all. Every one of them has their perks. And others, everyone has their cons too. But when it came to the NES, I specifically said that, as much as we love them and everything, they're not worth $300. They're basically plastic shells with outdated chips and motherboards in them. They're not worth $300. They don't go up in value like a old classic car or something, because millions of NESs were sold. And I've been saying this for a long time, and some people argued with me about it. So 9 months ago, I bought this. And this is the Classiq N from Old School. And what this is a NES clone console, and it's pretty cool. And this thing runs you $39.99 on Amazon. I believe this is the newer model of it. They do have older models, and I heard that you had problems with those. But it's really cool because it plays all of your NES and homebrews carts. It comes with two controllers. This one's HDMI, so that's cool. But if you don't want to use the controllers it comes with, which the controllers are really nice. In fact, they're rounded on the top. I don't know if you could tell from the picture, but the controllers are actually really nice. However, I'm not using any controllers, and I'll get to that in a minute. But if you don't want to use these, you can use your original NES controllers. They can plug right in. So, really cool system. Now, I caught some crap for when I bought this and I reviewed it. Not so much on this channel. A lot on my my Facebook channel. I caught a little bit on this channel. Not too much, though. But they kind of confirmed what I was saying. They said, I can't believe that you bought that. They said that thing uses the exact same cheap motherboard and ROMs that the original NES did. I can't believe that you spent money on this. That proved my point. It does. I opened this thing up, opened up my NES. They look almost identical, only this is a top loader instead of the front shelf loader on the original NES. But everything else inside, it looks identical. I mean, completely identical. I've been saying for actually years, you don't need to go and pay $300, $200 for an NES. If you have one already and it's not working, you can fix it for under $50 easy. I mean, I think it's a 72 pin connector. I'm pretty sure it's 72 pin. You can get them on Amazon brand new for $10. A majority of the problems with the old NESs is what they call capacitors. They go out. They're like 5 or 10 cents a piece, or you can get like a whole box of them for about $10, and you'll have like 1,000 of them. It's crazy how easy and cheap it is to fix your old NES. So, just for that purpose, I bought this just for a review, and I kind of wanted to, open it up and then tell people, hey man, this is the exact same as an NES. So for a little while there, or not even really a long while, it was probably sitting on my shelf because my original NES works. So I didn't really need this. So I kind of had it sitting up for decoration. So what I decided was, it was probably like a week later, something just hit me where I was like, man, I always wanted an arcade machine as a kid, because the arcades is the first place I ever played a video game. It was at Pizza Hut. And on an arcade machine, that was the first video game that I ever played. So I was like, you know what? It'd be really cool to build an arcade cabinet and just use this as the power supply. Well, I ended up doing that. And it's my 8-bit arcade that I built in here, and it's powered by the Classiq N. And it works great. What I did was I ended up mounting my NES Advantage controller to the machine and everything, and then and I'll show you everything what I'm talking about. And every 2 weeks or so I'd switch out the carts, but I solved that problem too, because excuse me, that started becoming a pain in the ass, having to open up the back and switch the carts out and everything. So what I ended up doing to solve that problem is I got on Amazon and I found 630 games in one cart, and that ended up working out really good. Now, just a disclaimer here, when it comes to this, I did read some reviews when I bought it, again, for $40, that sometimes you'll get a system where the music either plays like too fast for the game, or the color and everything is off. Well, I lucked out, because this one, I shouldn't even say lucked out. I don't know how many people get like faulty consoles like that, but this one runs perfect. I didn't have a problem. However, I also read in the comments that the company that makes these, Old School, they were really cool with these customers, because the customers even said, hey, I sent it back, and they immediately sent another one. They just sent their faulty system back, and they got a new one. So, and they said it was pretty like prompt, like delivery and everything. So $40, you can't beat that. It's better. I know it doesn't say Nintendo on it or anything like that, but why would you pay $200-300 just because it says a name on it? This works just as well. I have had no problems with it in the 9 months or so that I've owned it, and it's been powering my arcade machine that gets played almost daily. So let's take a look at the arcade machine that I'm talking about. All right, so here she is. She's not the prettiest, because I did build this with scrap wood that I had out in my garage. So I just did what I could with it. As you can see, I ordered some decals from Amazon for like $10, and I did have to put some plexiglass over them because they started peeling. Some of them didn't, and I even used like different glues and everything to try to hold it on, but it just they wouldn't stay. So I put plexiglass over them to keep them. And there's the NES Advantage that's mounted in, that's not going anywhere. And I thought that would be a pretty cool idea to use that as the arcade stick. I could have just got an adapter and got a arcade stick set and everything, but I was like, you know what, I wanted to have that 8-bit look and everything, so I decided to go with the NES Advantage. I was like, you know what, I don't know if anyone's ever done that. They probably have. So this is the back here. I have the back off so I could show you. Right there's the Classiq N and the 630 in one cart. And up here is where I have my speakers. I have 2 speakers, and then I have a subwoofer there in the middle, so it has really good sound and everything. And really the only thing I have to do is I have to reach back there to turn that off. But this thing is on a majority of times, and I've never had one single problem with it. The picture looks nice, everything plays good. You can't really tell from the quality of this video because the angle of the camera that I had, the angle that I used, it has a little bit of a blur and the colors look off, but I can assure you the colors are not off. And there is no blur in the picture or anything. So I've been 100% satisfied with this thing. I'm not real sure, how many people have had problems with this, but this is just something that I always wanted. I always wanted a arcade machine. This is the first one that I built. Again, not the prettiest, but I did what I could with what I had. I mean, I think I spent under $150 to even build this thing, and that's including buying the Classiq N. So I think the most expensive thing that I put into this is probably the paint, the HDMI adapter, because I ended up buying this computer monitor off of Facebook Market for like $20, but it didn't have any like speaker outputs. It only had an HDMI thing on the back, so I had to get like something for the sound. So I forget what the hell it was called, but that ran me probably almost $60. That was probably the most expensive thing, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, this thing's a lot of fun. I love playing on this. I mean, it brings back childhood memories, and who doesn't like going back and playing some old NES games like Super Mario, Excitebike, Metroid? I mean, they're just a lot of fun. And then the other arcade machine that I built, that's powered by my evercade VS. And the reason that I did that is because I love arcade games and I like getting the purple carts. So, but that'll be another video, which I've done before, but I'll do an update on that video, or that arcade machine as well. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I love this thing. So yeah, there's the arcade machine the first arcade cabinet, I should say, that I built. And hey, maybe that'll inspire you guys to maybe build one too. If you want to do it like cheap and you don't want to like pay a bunch of money for like a Raspberry Pi or something, and you want an 8-bit arcade, man, get one of these. I mean, seriously, $40, you really can't beat that. Unless you can find a Raspberry Pi for like cheap, then yeah, go for it. But if you want like that 8-bit experience, this is the way to go for $40. I mean, you really can't beat that. And I haven't had any issues with this thing. And do what I did, get the 630 in one cart on Amazon. I think that was $40. So man, it has so many good games on there. There's a couple like homebrews on there too, where I think someone took like a Tiny Toons game and a Mario game, and they put Tiny Toons. No, it's the other way around. It's a Tiny Toons game, but they put like Mario in it instead of Tiny Toons and stuff. But there's not too many of them games on there. But hey, if you want to save some money and you're thinking of just building your own cabinet, and you can make it any way you want, and that's what's so great about it, making your own. You can design it however you want it to be. I mean, obviously I was kind of, I had limitations on this one because, like I said, it was scrap wood in my garage, and I sanded the hell out of that thing. But a lot of it's old plywood and everything, and you can sand all you want on some of this stuff, and it's not going to look the prettiest. And that's the reason I went and painted it and stuff. I mean, I was gonna paint it anyway, but I didn't spend like loads on paint. I didn't want to get like high quality paint for crap wood. I just went and got some like good quality spray paint with gloss and everything on it. So yeah, it came out good. The main thing is if you like it. I like this, so I'm happy with it. So hopefully this might inspire you to do one too. I'd love to see if any of you guys ever decide to build one. Would love to see the outcome of it. So thanks for watching, everyone, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And don't forget, this weekend is the 1-year anniversary double episode of the Retro Hour, where we're going to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of this channel, GameFreak. So I hope to see you there. So until the next video, game on, everybody.